My dear students, as we are discussing something important about the interview preparation, let's discuss something more important related to the geographic location of a job and what kind of questions someone need to be asked during an interview from the applicant and what kind of information they need to be delivered to the applicants about the geographic location. Sometime a position will call for rotation from one location to another location. You know that one company may be located to the different geographic locations. So it is the responsibility of the interview to tell applicant about the different geographic locations where they need to work. If this is the case, be prepared to describe the working conditions of each location and how long each assignment is likely to last. For example, there is one company which may have a warehouse, which may also have a manufacturing plant, which may have some field assignment, and which may have head office or some corporate office. So you need to tell applicant that what kind of job it is and what are your responsibilities on the different geographic locations of the company's warehouse, manufacturing plant, corporate office, and the field house. Be sure to solicit a reaction to the idea of the job rotation. Some jobs have a job rotation, and many employees prefer to settle into a work routine where they are familiar with the environment, the commute, and other workers. Some people are very much reluctant to move themselves from one geographic location to other geographic location, and some people are very much comfortable to perform one job for whole of their life. So if there is a responsibility of a job rotation in that particular job position, it is very much important to share this information to your prospective employees. Traveling. Discuss the geographic span and the expected frequency of job-related travels. There are a lot of job-related travels in some of the job positions, and it is important to inform to your prospective applicant or prospective employees that where they need to go during their job and how much is their traveling distance. Tell applicants too how much advance notice they can generally expect to receive before having to leave, because advance notices are important, and how much time the person need to be prepared to move for the next job or for the next assignment. So advance notices and their time period need to be mentioned in a clear way. In the case of a local travel, applicants will want to know whether they will be expected to provide their own transportation. So there are two options. One, that person need to move through their own transportation. The second option, that company transportation would be provided. So you need to be mentioned clearly that whether the company pick and drop service would be available or you need to move on your own transport. So they will also want to know how reimbursement for job-related travel expenses is handled. If you are going by your own transport or you are going by public transport on bus or train or aeroplane, obviously you need to ask clearly that, or you need to mention it to the applicant whether the reimbursement would be provided to the applicant or no reimbursement would be provided to the applicant, because it is very much important to clearly mention such kind of information which are related to the financial matter in the traveling. Then scheduling. Employees need to know what days of the week they are expected to work, because some people are not expected to work on the weekends. They want to spend their time with the family and friends. So if the job is required to ask someone to come on the weekends, obviously you need to clearly mention in your job interview how many hours they are being paid for. If you are asking them to work on a weekends or on the public holidays, how many hours or how many rupees you would extra pay to the person. When to report for to work each day, and when they may need to leave, means the starting time of the job, the ending time of the job. Shifts, morning shifts, afternoon shifts, evening shifts, night shifts. So you need to clearly mention about such kind of information to the applicant. If alternative work arrangements are available, applicants need to know their options as well. All options need to be informed to the applicant. Also important is how much time is allotted for meals and other scheduled breaks throughout the day. For example, it is a very common routine in a corporate sector that 9 to 1 is a job, then 1 to 2 is the meal break or the lunch break or the prayer break. and then from 2 to 5 is another slot of the work. Some companies started early in the morning. For example, if there are some manufacturing plant, they may have a different shift. So whatever the timing of the shift, whatever the timing of the meals you are going to offer them, you need to clearly mention about all these information during the interview. It's also a good idea to identify the number of vacation days, that how many holidays would be there, paid holidays, and any other days they may take off, such as personal days. There are some personal holidays, there are some casual holidays, there are some sick leaves, there are some earned leaves. So all kind of leaves and all kind of paid or unpaid holidays need to be mentioned clearly during the interview. So all these information need to be prepared before conducting an interview, and it is a part of an interview preparation.